Let's talk about Marrakech today. When people talk about Marrakech, they often describe its colors first: red walls and the cobalt blues, and the following words possibly be spices, the souk, the noise, and definitely the chaos. If you're searching for Marrakech travel insights, cultural storytelling, architectural history, or slow travel reflections, this video is designed to guide you through the deeper layers of the city. The more time you spend here, the more you begin to understand something essential. Marrakech isn't a place you look at. It's a place that surrounds you with warmth of almost an oceanic feeling. It studies you. It slows you down. It challenges what you think you know about beauty, about rhythm, about stillness. Marrakech is not only a feeling, it is one of the most visited cultural destinations in Morocco, attracting travelers interested in architecture, design, history, and slow travel. Some cities are built for efficiency, some for spectacle. Marrakech feels like it was built for sensation and interpretation, and this is why every person has their own unique feeling for the city. Every time I return, I think I'm not coming back to a destination. I'm coming back to a different atmosphere. Lars Svensson writes in A Philosophy of Boredom, sometimes the world moves so loudly that you cannot hear your own thoughts, until a new place rearranges the silence inside you. Marrakech definitely rearranges that silence. My first impression in Marrakech wasn't visual. It was a scent, warm spices, orange blooms, mint tea cooling in a silver cup. It was a sound, leather sandals on stone, a distant drum landing between walls. It was a touch, dry heat settling lightly on the skin. Marrakech begins with an atmosphere. Before you understand the geography, you understand the rhythm. This is the kind of city that doesn't force itself on you. It unveils itself slowly, generously, curiously. You don't walk into Marrakech. You enter it like the way you enter a mood. Marrakech is not a single story. It's almost like a colorful tapestry woven by Berbers, Arabs, Andalusians, desert nomads, and French influences, all layered on top of each other like overlapping memories. You see it in the architecture, the language, the food, the way people negotiate, the way they greet you. When you walk in the city for 10 minutes, you cross centuries: a Berber market, a French boulevard, a riad built in Hispano-Moorish style, followed by a modern art space that feels like a dream in motion. Historian Paul Sennett once said, "Cities remember more than people do." Marrakech proves it. It remembers everything. In tiles, spices, and rituals. Here, the past isn't behind you. It walks beside you. Bahia Palace is one of the most important examples of Islamic and Moroccan architecture, often appearing in Marrakech travel guides for its craftsmanship and historical significance. It is not a monument built to impress the world. It's a monument built to create harmony. Built in the 1880s for the Grand Vizier Ahmed, who rose modest origins to become the most influential man of court. Islamic architecture is often misunderstood in the West because people expect buildings to tell stories. Every tile, every carved cedar panel, every geometric pattern reflects a philosophy of balance and discipline. It is a masterpiece of intention. Nothing here exists without purpose. The patterns on the tiles are not decoration. They are mathematics. The geometry on the ceilings is not ornament, it's philosophy. The symmetry of the courtyards is not aesthetic, it's a reflection of harmony. This place was built to show Islamic aesthetic. The order, the balance are here to remind the infinity of the soul. This building doesn't tell, it teaches. Symmetry teaches calm. Repetition teaches patience. Light teaches presence. Wood symbolizes the link between earth and the sky, and the gardens symbolizes the paradise on earth. In Bahia, beauty isn't loud, it's mathematical, it's meditative, it's intentional. It is a gentle compass for the mind. If Bahia is discipline, Jardin Majorelle is emotion. Nothing here whispers. Everything sings in harmony. The cobalt blues, the bold yellows, the palms, the cactus gardens, the movements of shadows. In Jardin Majorelle, there's a living collection of more than 300 species from 5 continents. In 1930s, Jacques Majorelle created his own cobalt blue shade, Majorelle blue. Today, this is not just a color, but a symbol of Marrakech. Yves Saint Laurent said Marrakech taught him color, but perhaps it taught him something deeper, the generosity, a generosity of texture, of shape, of contrast. Yves Saint Laurent gave women tuxedo, introduced sheer fabrics and safari jackets. For him, fashion was not just clothing, but the language of art and culture. Majorelle feels like stepping inside a painter's conscience, bold, expressive, unapologetic, and dreamlike. A reminder that beauty doesn't always have to be quiet. Sometimes beauty is loud, and yet it is also peaceful on its own way. Not quiet, but balanced, and that's the beauty of it. Today, Majorelle Garden is one of the Marrakech's most visited sites, a landmark that combines botanical heritage, design history, and modern Moroccan aesthetic. And yes, probably you'll end up taking at least one selfie here, just like everyone else. The Medina is often described as chaotic, but the more you observe it, the more you understand nothing here is random. You see a craftsman shaping metal by hand. The tools that he uses are older than his grandparents. Next door, a young woman sells kaftans on TikTok Live. And just steps away, a man tells you a story about a spice that cures every sadness except death. Marrakech doesn't separate the old from the new. It stacks them on top of each other, like memories you're not ready to let go of. In modern cities, we escape ourselves through speed. Marrakech forces you to meet yourself through slowness. Albert Camus once said, "You will never be able to truly live until you accept how much of life is repetition." The Medina lives by repetition. Tea poured, carpets woven, bread baked, greetings exchanged. It is a choreography that has been going on for centuries. The more you surrender to it, the more you see. The Medina of Marrakech, a UNESCO-recognized historic center, is one of the oldest continuously operating urban markets in North Africa. And this isn't just a market, it's history itself. Moroccan food doesn't try to impress you, it tries to root you. Moroccan cuisine is considered one of the richest culinary traditions in the world, shaped by Amazigh, Arab, Andalusian, and Mediterranean influences. Food here is a cultural archive, one you can taste. A tagine is a geography lesson. A bowl of harira is a family story. A plate of couscous is a timeline stretching from mountain tribes to city kitchens. Moroccans don't ask whether you like the food, they ask whether it felt like home. The tradition is to put all the food on the table at once and eat your share with others from the same serving. There is a generosity here that isn't performative. It's cultural, it's instinctive. It is a generosity that is shared at each table. The desert is the opposite of noise. It is silence made visible. It is one of the few places where the world feels unedited. No straight lines, no distractions, no illusions of control. Just outside Marrakech, in the rocky landscapes of Agafay Desert, lies a culture that has endured for centuries, the Amazigh Berber people. The Agafay Desert and the Amazigh culture are essential parts of Morocco's historical identity, often explored in cultural documentaries and anthropological studies. For them, nature is not just a living space, but the source of faith and identity. Their mud brick homes, their reliance on farming and herding, and the crafts in textiles and woodwork, They all reflect this bond with fate and nature together. With roots going back thousands of years, Amazigh culture remains vibrant despite waves of modernization. Here, time flows not by speed of the city, but by the rhythm of mountains and the desert. Lars Svensson writes on a philosophy of boredom. Boredom is not an emptiness but a mirror, a place where you finally see the truth without filters. The desert works the same way. It strips you down essentials, not who you are in society, not who you are in routine, but who you are when there's nothing left to perform. And in that quiet, you remember something modern life encourages you to forget. You are small. And that is a relief. Every city gives you something, but Marrakech gives you something rare, an inner tempo. It teaches you to be comfortable within the contrasts, noise and silence, chaos and order, color and shadow, tradition and improvisation, beauty that is loud and beauty that is almost invisible. It teaches you that slowness is not the opposite of productivity. It is the foundation of clarity. It teaches you that culture is not in monuments, but in gestures, in how tea is poured, how greetings are exchanged, and how time is respected without being rushed. And that beauty is created not for the world, but for the moment, for you to enjoy it. Marrakech asks you to understand it, to let the city's contradictions rearrange something inside you, the way all important places eventually do. And Marrakech leaves you with several lessons. That beauty can be raw, that chaos can be meaningful, that tradition and modernity don't cancel each other, they negotiate. A different way of being in the world, and maybe that's the real gift of the city, a silence and a rhythm that feels like returning home to yourself. Marrakech asks you not where you want to go, but how you want to feel while you're getting there. If you enjoy slow travel, cultural storytelling, and destinations that challenge your understanding of modern life, you'll enjoy what's coming next. The world is full of stories waiting quietly in corners. Follow me here and let's explore them together. Thank you for watching.